Hello, and welcome to a fact you may never have considered in your entire life, but which you will now be noticing every single time you ever see a plumber jumping around in a Nintendo game. While we all know that Mario wears a red shirt, red hat and blue overalls, nearly every time the character has appeared in his own series, that red has been a different color. Which is a neat and interesting thing to know, and you've probably already known that as well. But did you also know that only once in his entire career has Mario worn pure red? The wonderful Super Mario Broth decided to grab a sample of Mario's hat shirt color from a number of different games, find the hex color figure, and compare them. If you've never had to use them before, hex colors are when we give a numerical code to a color in order to precisely identify it when printing or using software like, say, Photoshop. What they found was pretty surprising. Mario's palette has drifted from being almost brown in earlier games to darker, more maroon tones in 21st century 3D titles, with one title in the middle of all of those standing out. Super Mario 64, which has the hex color code #FF0000, meaning it is pure red. As red as the color can get. There's something pleasantly circumstantial about the game many longtime fans would consider the purest 3D Mario experience, having such a literal representation of that purity displayed on Mario's hat. Almost as interesting as this find, though, are some of the disclaimers the blog had to add underneath. Like the fact the NES game's colors appear differently on every device, and there is in fact no standardized conversion of those colors to hex values. That Mario's pure N64 colors were not replicated in his other appearances on the console, and that Super Mario Odyssey's textures were so complicated they couldn't pinpoint a single hex code for the color, and instead just had to smoosh them all together for an approximation. If this is somehow the first time you've come across some of Super Mario Broth's fantastic Nintendo trivia, you can check out more at their Patreon page.